Welcome back. You know what I need. Name and password, please.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. We're going to be doing the Explorers tonight. Jumping back into Isaac here. And we are going to be doing the Jenquai. What was it? Jenquai.
No, we're doing the memorials tonight.
Yeah, do the memorials. Yep. Jenquai Pilgrimage is what I guess the mission's actually called. So you're standing over here keeping the door open, I see.
No, I thought I'd pulled up far enough that. Okay, hang on a minute.
There we go. So we need to head over to the Jupiter system. So, oh wait, nope, never mind.
We'll team up outside.
Yep. Let's see. Heading to the well. Good meetup point over there anyways, so we'll just meet up over there. There you are.
Undoubtedly, I'm not close enough to you yet.
No, you should be here in a second.
Okay, let's try this again. Okay, now we're formed up.
Alrighty, let's head on over to the Soul System. There we go. We'll use that point of view. I shot one of those and got 1,200 points earlier. So
Cool. What level were they?
it was level 5. Luckily, it did kill me first. But
It did or didn't?
didn't. I got it first.
Ah.
It took a pretty good chunk out of my shields. Yeah, I figured we'd
like
do this
good
tonight.
mining there.
Yeah, not too bad. Level 1 stuff.
Hey, I sold some of that agate today for almost $1,200.
Oh, nice. Very good.
So some of that level 1 stuff still sells.
Okay. Very good. Let's see here. Let's check. I've got 39,000 credits. Level 20. Got level 4 combat, level 12 exploration, and level 4 on the trade.
You got what for combat?
I've got level 4.
Oh, well, I'm 5, 13, and 4.
Okay.
But I'm over halfway on 4.
Okay.
So, 4.5.
Alright, we will jump here. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Are you gonna let me jump?
We're not formed up yet.
Okay.
Now we are.
Alrighty. So, Let's see. The first thing on the mission tonight is go to the Ngozi Maru Memorial and meditate. So, oh wait, we're not in Jupiter yet, are we? Probably better head over to Jupiter first. Then we'll go there. We're at Io now, so
Shall we jump through?
jump through this one, then that'll put us in Jupiter.
Yeah, because the memorial's over there by what, Jove Station?
Yeah, it's over by the station, I think. Get you formed up, alright.
Huh? We got question marks in here. Oh, these are the memorials.
Yeah. You gotta go to the Ngozi Memorial first, so we'll head over there. We gotta go over there and meditate, so we'll do that first. Boom, boom. Someone's fighting back there.
And there were some red baddies, too.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason on my map, I haven't got Jupiter's path of the third.
Yeah, we'll get there. Me neither.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought maybe you had.
No, we haven't done that yet. We might have done it with the Seekers, but we haven't done it with the Explorers yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get I think there's 6 different spots we have to do for this. So there we go.
New location discovered.
Alright, I guess we'll message. Look before you. What you see is all that is left of the Ngozi Maru, defender of the Jenquai people. Ngozi Maru was stationed to Jove City during the great tragedy that was the Gate War. This is her story. The Projan attacked us, and although we Jenquai are strong, we are not many. The Projan bred for war in the genetic tanks would hear no talks of peace. Our fleet fought hard, fought bravely, but their plight was hopeless. The Projan were too many. When it was clear that the Projan would win control of Jovian space, the Jenquarium recalled the entire fleet to facilitate the evacuation of the civilian population. Although we had many transports, only the Ngozi Maru remained of her fighting ships that could reach us, and she was already scarred from the battle. The people were afraid, panicked. Even among Jenquai was settled in. The masses
Was setting in.
was setting in. The masses pushed toward the docking bay in fear and dread, but only a small percentage could fit in each transport, and the first of those, the Ngozi Maru, launched with a few hundred of our people under the watchful eye of the Ngozi Maru. Then, from behind the moon of Thebe came a Projan battlecruiser. First one, then another, then another. They flew like vultures, like demonic birds of prey, blocked the Ngozi Maru's escape. Only the Ngozi Maru stood between them in oblivion. The graceful lines of her hull backlit by the sun. The odds were against her. Ngozi Maru stood no chance. She set a course away from the Projan battle group and engaged her cloak. The Trojans saw her tactic as cowardice, and they moved
Saw this tactic as cowardice, and they moved in. They moved to fall upon the defenseless.
Edison Moru.
Go ahead.
Not a soul stirred in the domes of the Jove City as they watched. Then, in the shadow of Jupiter, a crackling light heralded the return of the Ngozi Maru. She came about with a great roar of engines, flew full speed at the Trojan flank. Guns blazing, she struck the Trojan again and again. Bright lances of light slashing at the bulky Trojan ships as they wheeled to face her. But, with a burst of flames and a mighty explosion, one of the Trojan cruisers exploded under the withering fire of the Ngozi Maru. She still fired, and as weapons lit up the Jovian sky, it was a spark lit among the people she stranded in Jove City. A single spark of hope. The call began, first as a whisper, then growing to a deafening roar. Come on, Ngozi Maru, come on. The ships exchanged deadly death blows, but now the Trojan fleet had turned to face their enemy, and they were soon joined by others. There were too many. Her hull shook with impact after impact and finally rent. The Ngozi Maru died. As the last flames within her shattered hull faded, so faded the last hope of Jove City. Jehovian space belonged to the Trojan. But in the distance flew the Edison Maru, safe. The silent crowds of Jove City watched her dwindle in the distance. Those few hundred lives brought with the blood of the captain and the crew of the Ngozi Maru. Remember this. Remember what transpired here those many years ago. Remember the Ngozi Maru. In the tradition that the Jenquai who visit here meditate upon what they have seen. It brings us peace and insight, two commodities that were very rare. Will you meditate on the past?
Mission journal updated.
Cool looking ship. Alright. Well, that covers that one. Let's see, where do we gotta go now?
Okay. While you flies to the next one, I've gotta take some little ones for a short run.
Alright, so we gotta go over to the Jove City now. Go to Jove City ruins and meditate there. So we'll head over there. Where's the Jove City Memorial? Oh, it's up past the Jupiter Path of the Fourth. Okay. We'll head over there now. So we're heading to the Jupiter Path of the Second now, and then we'll head to the Third, and then I think the Jupiter Path of the Fourth is where the ruins of Jove City's at. here's the Jupiter Path of the Third. Should be popping up the Jupiter Path of the Fourth here in a second. Some Jenquai defenders here.
Okay, I'm back.
Discovered.
Okay, well, we're heading over to the Jove City ruins. So that'll be up here at the Jupiter Path of the Fourth. And there's the ruins of Jove City right there.
So this is the city that the Ngozi was trying to protect?
Yep. Yep, this.
New location discovered.
We gotta go over there now, so we'll look over there.
It's not in use now?
Discovered.
Nope.
Mission journal updated.
Okay.
I like it that they got musical notes and stuff on there.
Yeah. Pretty cool looking, ain't it?
It is.
Alright, before you lie the ruins of Jove City, the first city of the Jenquai, founded by the crew of the Jenquai Maru. For years, Jove City was the center of our science, art, and philosophy. We built a shining city of knowledge surpassed to this day. Unsurpassed to this day.
But this golden age was not to last, and our city was doomed to fall beneath the boots of the Trojans. Our fleet, though valiant, was defeated, and the Trojans owned all of the Jovian space. But for Jove City itself, the remaining warriors dug in and prepared for a long, drawn-out siege, confident that their mighty defense of Jove City could hold off even the Trojans. They were wrong. The Trojans proved more cunning than they thought. They tunneled in from beneath the city where the defenders were weakest. They carved their way through miles of hull and pipes and machinery, crawled through places we thought no human could survive. But survive they did. Dahaka Khan's dog soldiers emerged behind our defenses and slaughtered the warriors guarding Jove City. Our beloved Jove City was lost. The fight was over. But the horror had only just begun. Khan and his dog soldiers were not satisfied with the destruction of the warriors. They thirsted for blood, and it did not matter to them that all that remained were unarmed civilians. They tortured, they maimed, they killed. They swam in Jenquai's blood. With that, they had drowned in it. The Trojans played games with the living human beings, used them as to test their weapons and spaced them for sport, and murdered for sheer pleasure. Khan let his dog soldiers as they please, and the only thing that pleased them was suffering. Khan himself became known as Al Mahazib, the tormentor. He took dark glee in murder and torture. The only reason his name was not purged from Jenquai's consciousness is to remind us that this must never happen again. No citizen of Jove City, save those aboard the Maru, survived the occupation. Eventually, the Trojans left the space, but their taint never did. No Jenquai could stand to be here where the smell of blood still stood in rank in their nostrils, where the ghosts of those slain still howled for vengeance. We preserve this place, but as a reminder and a place to mourn. This once great city is now a burial ground for our honored dead. A new station was built in its place. Not a city, not a university, nor a place of meditation. We did not build the new station for our grief and our sadness. We built it for our rage, so that no one forget what happened here. That station is Jove's fury. It is the fury of all Jenquai. Never forget what happened here. Remember the dead. Remember them in honor, in sadness, and in fury.
It is the
It is
tradition.
traditional that the Jenquai who visit this meditation here meditate upon what they have seen. It brings us peace and insight, two commodities that are very rare. Will you meditate on the past?
Mission journal updated.
All right. We'll fly around the station just a little bit here. Different view of it here.
I don't think you're going to get any closer.
Right up against this one edge. Looks pretty cool. Alright. Now we gotta head to Sha'ryun's Tier and meditate. Alright, that would be up at the Jupiter's Path of the Fifth.
Where are you going?
To the Jupiter's Path of the Fifth.
Yeah, I must not have the.
Oh, I have a map.
Well, you forgot Virgil's waft.
It's fine. We'll get it later. We gotta go to Sha'ryun's Tier right now. We're following the mission path. We'll hit all of them sooner or later.
New location discovered.
Alright, let's look here. There's Sha'ryun's Tier. Over there now.
The reason why I asked, and it wasn't until we were almost here that showed up, so I had no idea where you were planning on going.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's
There's Sector Gate Europa.
Yep, well, we gotta do this one. This is the monument Sha'ryun's Tier. Sha'ryun was a ship captain and an honored Shah-Dem. After the devastation of the Jenquai fleet at the Battle of Jove City, he was the highest ranking officer left alive. His ravaged fleet huddled at the edge of Jovian space and listened. Dakan Khan was a monster. The Trojan are monsters, cold creations of genetic factories. not satisfied to torture and murder our people. He broadcast his depravity across the sector. Sha'ryun watched in helpless horror. His heart broke at the sight of his people in such terror and pain. Jenquai fleet was battered and broken and in no condition to drive out the invaders, and the Projan had concentrated their strength around Jove City. The massacre went on. Sha'ryun hailed the Projan again and again, beseeching them to stop and allowing them to evacuate their people. The Khan would not listen. Not wishing to risk what ships he had left, Sha'ryun resolved to face the Khan alone in a tiny unarmed shuttlecraft. He flew towards the Projan under the flag of truce. Surely they would not refuse a parley if he went in person. He would not offer himself as hostage, the leader of the remaining Jenquai forces. In exchange for the lives of helpless men, women, and children, behold the cruelty of Al-Mazab Jakan Kar. He had Sha'ryun stopped at the Projan perimeter and permitted him to speak. Sha'ryun, still overcome by his grief, spoke with tears pouring down his face. "You have won," he said. "Show mercy to the helpless." Al-Mazab laughed, and he took Sha'ryun's tears for weakness. Without a thought, he ordered the Projan fleet to open fire on Sha'ryun, who died within the side of Jove City. Still, the massacre went on. This was Sha'ryun's tears, frozen in space, as the vacuum took him. This is a reminder of the crimes past. This is the monument to our soul of the Jenquai people and to the soul of the Sha'ryun. We will never fall to the Projan again. Remember, we have what they do not. We have no gene bank that can manufacture a soul.
There is no gene bank.
Yeah. It is tradition that the Jenquai who visit here meditate upon what they have seen. It brings us peace and insight. Two commodities that are very rare. Will you meditate now, Jenquai?
Mission journal updated.
Meditate. Alright. Well, that looks pretty cool. Alright. Let's look here. The Mourning Circle. We gotta go to the Mourning Circle now. So, the Mourning Circle is down at the 3rd. Okay. Put down there. There we go. There's another good look at ruins of Jove City. Got a ship there. Another Hulk there. Trojan ship up over there. Got the Jenquai defenders out here, guarding still. There's the Mourning Circle right over there. Make them turn here. And there is the Mourning Circle.
New location discovered.
Alright.
Do you want to read or do you want me to?
Go ahead and read this one.
This is the monument to the very Jenquai who have ever perished in conflict. This is the circle upon which we focus. The circle has many meanings. The circle illuminates our own nature. Every Jenquai is joy, like every point upon the circle. We are all brothers and sisters. An attack on one is an attack on all. We must be conscious of this, remain together in spirit, and protect one another. This circle grants us vision. With every disaster comes the birth of new hope. It is good and right to mourn those who have passed before us. But the memorials you have seen also serve to remind us of what may yet be built. The circle serves as a reminder. We Jenquai have endured despite those who would destroy us. As the circle doubles back upon itself, so must we always look to our roots. Remember the price of freedom, so that we may never suffer disaster again. Around the circle, you see the Shenhua Honor Guard. They circle this monument. We are circles within circles, ever vigilant to those who would harm us. Remember the circle. Remember your roots and those who passed before. When the circle comes around once more, we will be ready. It is tradition that the Jenquai who visit here meditate upon what they have seen. It brings us peace and insight, two commodities that are very rare. Will you meditate on the past?
Mission journal updated.
Alright. There's the circle. We'll fly around it. Pretty darn cool. Alrighty, let's look at our mission log and return to Master Sevti on Joe's Fury. And then that'll complete this mission. So we'll go ahead and do a complete circle around the Mourning Circle. Alrighty, well let's head back over to Joe's Fury. Get this mission turned in.
We've got to do those coordinate jumps too.
Yeah, we'll do that later.
Okay.
We'll just make this an episode. So we'll turn it in and we'll call it an episode tonight.
Okay.
Coming up on the Jupiter path of the first again, so over there is the and heading over to Jove's Fury now. I'm gonna go ahead and register here.
Registration approved.
And
Docking
dock
sequence
on up.
initiated.
Alright, let's go talk to... There, go over here and talk to her. You have returned. Have you completed the circle? Do you return to the beginning? Yes, I have. Alright. Leveling all up here. Then you know what must be done.
Then you know what must be done. Never forget and never allow such things to occur again. This is our history, our sorrow, our shame. There is more to learn of our people, so much more, and you have but scratched the surface. I can reveal more to you, and in time we'll have more to tell, but for now go. Wander among your people and bear witness to our strength, and in your learning add to the future. Travel well, explorer.
Alright. So that should about do it then. We head on over. We heading over to the. Let's head on over to the bar. Get us a drink, and we'll call it a night.
Okay.
Alright, everybody. Well, thank you all for showing up tonight. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see here, please give a like, follow, and comment down below. Well, thank you, everybody. This has been the Jenquai. It was the Jenquai pilgrimage. So, hope you all enjoyed. We will see y'all later.
Thank you all for coming, and remember, those are important words.
Yep. Alrighty. Night, everybody.
Night all. Oh, trade.